What you doing?
Ran out of space on my phone, so I'm deleting some stuff. Bye, singing dog. Bye, goal.
I pronounce you.
Bye, wedding ceremony.
Stop. At Metro PCS, you get 2 free phones with twice as much memory.
Really?
Don't say bye to your memories. Switch to Metro PCS and get 2 free LG K20 Plus phones with 32 gigs when you switch 2 lines. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figure it out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey kids, it's the start of the show. Wait, it's the start of the week, if I could get that right. Yes, that's right. It's the start of my week in radio. Today would be my first show. We have shows, as you might have noticed, on the Sin Check Runner page, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today, of course, Jeff Lee has been kind enough to wait for me, and he is with the company called Egobie, which is who we're going to be speaking to shortly. Don't forget that tomorrow, Irene Weinberg will be on the show, and that's at noon Central Standard Time, and then Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time, Jamie Natale. So without further ado, because I know Jeff's been waiting, let's get him on the line and start talking. Hi, Jeff.
Hi,
Hello?
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you? Okay, good. You can hear me now. Great. I feel badly because I don't know if you knew this or not, but when we scheduled the show for 4 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock your time. I can't call into you until the exact time the show starts. So I see that you've been waiting, and I feel really bad. So I'm so sorry you've had to hold for so long.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
No.
Yeah.
It happens. It's the radio world. I understand that. But I have lots of questions for you because up until Dana Humphrey called me, I had no idea what Egobie was. I'm like, Egobie? I'm like, this is so very bizarre and so strange. And I took a look at yourself and your family yesterday. Oh, my God, you're lovely. You're all so little and cute.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. No, I don't know if you hear that a lot. Well, you probably hear that a lot. But no, you guys are all so little and so cute. I was like, oh, my gosh, that's adorable. So I'm going to start talking about your family, first of all, because I know that the inspiration behind the company Egobie, which is what you formed, was inspired by both your wife and your 2-year-old son. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about how they inspired you to get this concept going in New York City. Tell the listening audience what that's all about.
Okay, no problem. Should I start?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, a little bit more than 2 years ago, my son was born. My first son, and he basically turned my family upside down. And I have to say,
imagine.
I'm a very family-oriented person. So basically, I had all of my attention onto him and learning first-time dad. So the entire family was turned upside down by him. And at that time, there's so many different errands that we have to run. And 2 of them were, getting my car washed as well as getting my oil changed. It was overdue for a week. But for me, it just any time spent, I was on maternity leave basically from my job, from my day-to-day job, and any time I spent outside with him, not being with him, to me, it's time wasted.
Well, of course.
Yeah, so I thought, hey, if someone can come to my house, do the oil change, wash my car for me, I will certainly do it. And at that time, I hopped onto the internet, and there's really no one doing it in the area. We're situated in northern New Jersey. I couldn't really find that type of service. So, after struggling with it for a couple of days, basically, I just picked up the laptop and started writing a business plan. I thought, hey, why not do it myself? Why not coming up with a business myself? Because I love cars. And I myself, I'm also, I study processes, basically, logistics process. So anything that can help people to improve, the efficiency on the way they do things, that's my study, basically. So I thought, hey, why not come up with a business that will save people time? So that's how Egobie was born.
Oh, and how nice, because obviously I love the way you put that together, clearly because your child is much younger. From infancy on, you start to learn right off the bat how crucial those 10 minutes are, that hour is, or whatever have you. Because sometimes we take our vehicle in and we get it serviced or even have to leave it for a half a day. And all that time, like you're saying, all that wasted time sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, or they think it's going to be done and it takes much longer. So I get exactly what you're talking about. One of the things I found out that was really neat, you're associated with what they call the Egobie fish, because I was looking at the name Egobie, and for those that are listening in, it's Egobie spelled E-G-O-B-I-E. But there is such a thing as the Egobie fish, actually, which apparently is kind of synonymous, or you kind of equated that when you formulated the name of your company. Is that not right?
Yeah. Well, Egobie fish is spelled G-O-B-Y. We just turned it into G-O-B-I-E and put an E in front of it because, now it's the electronic age.
Sure.
Egobie fish is the cleaner fish cleaning fish in the ocean. They clean other fish, other bigger fish, and also clean the bottom of the ocean floor. So we just thought, hey, why not take that, borrow that, borrow the Egobie fish name and become our company name.
Which is absolutely awesome. I think it's really cool. It's actually quite different, to tell you the truth. When the first time that Dana said Egobie, I'm thinking, what? I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know if I could pronounce it right. And I was like, where did that come from? It was really unusual. And what I find interesting about your story is, and these are a lot of stories that I hear, and I get really excited when people like you come on my show, which is you have formally stated that you have a regular working job, or had a regular working job, period, to begin with when you started this concept. So basically you created it from the get-go. So you're sitting at work, you create this idea, you do the business plan, and all this good stuff. Was there any apprehension? Because obviously with having a younger child and a family, and you've got this job as well, were you nervous or apprehensive about starting something like this? Because this isn't like, a funeral parlor or something that's a guaranteed or a given source of income. You know what I'm saying, right? I mean, people die every day, sad but true. But meaning, without a viable guarantee, are you apprehensive at all? Or was there some concern about, will this concept fly, or is this going to be popular? Does any of this go through your head when you're formulating this?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's still going through my head right now.
Oh, no!
Even we started because after we started, we found out that because this concept, probably, some similar concepts been starting in California, but, at the East Coast, especially in the region, it's still relatively new, and people, this is more like a disruptive business model, so people still need to be educated on what we do. They don't immediately get it, so a lot of people call us or even see us and say, hey, do you need to connect to any water source, or do you need me to take away the oil after you service us? And we said, no, absolutely not. We'll come, we'll leave, and we don't need to bother you other than you need to give us the keys. That's all. That's all we need. Gotcha. We have vans coming to you, professional people. So we're finding out that it's a good concept, but probably the consumer still needs to be educated a little bit. But talking about the apprehensiveness, yeah, definitely. It's actually 2.5 years ago, I started writing the business plan. It wasn't until last year, which is after a year or so, that we really started to gain some traction and put up the company, because there's a lot of there's a lot of fear. This is venturing to the unknown, but there are two things that I'm very thankful for that I was blessed with. One is my wife. Okay. She 100%. She was the one that said to me, "Hey, just go. You have a dream, and you should pursue it." Awesome. I mean, that's awesome. True story. So, and the other one is I was blessed to find several people, my friends, basically they bought into the vision and they're willing to help me out. One built the app for free, of course, for ownership of the company, but another person said, hey, I'll help you out with marketing. Another person said, hey, I'll help you out with finance, with financial analysis. So it's truly amazing path that we've gone through the last year and a half, how we were able to put together a team.
Oh, I imagine so, definitely. And well, and of course, to those people that are listening in, because two of the primary things that you equate with your business is obviously, of course, the car hand washing and, of course, actual service on the vehicle, things like lube service. So because this is a relatively common service out there, how much actual research did you have to do just to ensure that you're not duplicating other services? Do you know what I mean? Because you obviously don't want to be the same as most trademark places. How did you make sure that you were going to define yourself as being different from the average Joe, average mechanic, average shop?
Right. We actually did extensive research. There are local or regional businesses that's doing similar things. But there are a couple of things that we did to make sure that we are unique. One is that we offer both car wash or detailing and also oil change. Usually the regional businesses, they offer either or, right? And then another differentiator is that we have the smartphone app, which is, I have to proudly say, is pretty well built. So instead of, again, it's another mechanism to save people time. Instead of picking up the phone and say, hey, is Wednesday at 5 okay? No, it's not. How about Thursday? No, it's not. What about next Monday? Stuff like that. We're eliminating that. You just open up the app. It's free. Register for account. That's free as well. You just go in, select the service you want, select the time. All our available times are automatically displayed so the time that you see are the times that we're available. Click on it and reserve, and that's it. Just you can be watching TV, and just in 10 seconds, you'll be reserving your oil change and car wash. So that's what we are. Yeah, that's two of our main differentiators. But then we are not stopping there, because we are a technology company that we are integrating. We want to integrate. Our vision is integrate more and more on-site consumer services that we can bring to people's home without them ever leaving the comfort of their house or their work. So we can bring more like brake services, tire services, or landscaping services, gutter cleaning services. All those are within our reach and our vision. So that's where we want to go, not stopping just at car services.
Of course. And the initiation of Egobie, when it actually first commenced, was when? How long have you actually physically been in business?
Yeah, we've launched our app and our business ever since July.
Okay, gotcha.
And July of this year, we're very new, so we're in the very beginning. We've already learned a lot, through our experiences of servicing people. So we are constantly improving our service level. But so far, I've had people calling me up or even sending me email and say, hey, this is not only one or two, not friends and family, people that I don't know, sending me email saying this is amazing. The level of service that we provide. And I'm not overstating it. It's I can proudly boast about how good we are. Yes.
Right, of course. And I have seen, obviously, the star rating that's out there, et cetera. I was curious to find out, since the amount of time that you've had is less than a year in, let's say, so far, what are you noticing? What seems to be the biggest draw for people? Is it just the fact that you're saving them the time? Is it the fact that you utilize eco-friendly materials when it comes to working on the vehicles? What's the main draw, and what's the main product or service that they seek from you?
Yeah, right now we do see that it actually matches up with our founding motto, or our belief, which is giving time back to our customers. And that we have to say that's what our most feedback is comprised of, is that this is very convenient. And they're actually not sacrificing. And another thing is very important, which is they're not really sacrificing anything for this type of convenience. In life, everyday life, it's almost like you have to give a little bit in order to gain something.
Right. I agree.
In this model, Our pricing is benchmarked with the local regional businesses, so we're not really that much more expensive. On oil change side, we're actually a little bit less expensive. But anyway, yeah. Anyways, but what we are, it's just saving people time because so many businesses nowadays or technology nowadays. I use technology. I use smartphone. I use all the, most of the current technology I'm interested in. But, they tell us that, this is more convenience. This will save you more time. We're consolidating this. We're consolidating that. But at the end of the day, we're getting busier and busier every day, So these technologies and services, they're not really saving us time. they're just making us feel that we can do more and we become busier. So our company, really, our central theme is coming up with ideas and quality services that truly save people time, that literally give people time back to our customer. So that's what we are exploring.
Gotcha. Now, if you want to speak to the listening audience, because some people are not, because they do not know your business or your service, I know that it's been stated that you use those eco-friendly types of equipment on vehicles. So define for us some of the things that you utilize and why being eco-friendly is important to you as a business owner.
Yeah, eco-friendly, for example, just on the very basic level, if I may start, which is, water. When you go through a tunnel, car wash, a lot of many gallons of water, it's being used and wasted. And granted, in the state of New Jersey, car wash, they're required to have a water recycling system, but still, you use a lot of water at the end of the day. For us, we can basically wash a car thoroughly with just no more than 4 gallons of water. So with that amount of water, basically we can wash, 4 to 6 or even 8 cars, equivalent.
Wow.
Let's say if they drive through the tunnel once, we can basically use that same amount of water. We can wash anywhere from 4 to 8 more cars than a tunnel.
Oh my gosh.
Can do. Yeah, our equipment, equipped with high pressure washer and all of our procedure and our technique is trained to wash a car really with less than 4 gallons of water. And, our detergent is all biodegradable. It's phosphate-free, it's eco-friendly. So we really want to, basically we have a big water tank in the back of our van. So, water conservation is constantly in the back of our mind. And we also have mats. We also have a retainment mats if requested, and we can retain the water so that there's no water runoff. So
wow.
It's very convenient. At the same time, we're very conscious about the environment around us. And with our oil change, the same thing. We have all of our equipment is designed in such a way that we do not have the risk. Of course, you always have a risk, but we mitigate that risk of having oil, dripped off on the ground. We have suction units that can help us to suck out the oil from the top. And through different studies, actually the suction method actually sucks out more sludge and debris from the engine than if you use the conventional draining the oil from the bottom. So we are taking care of that as well. So, those are just some of the basic points that I can bring up.
Now, okay, and I was just going to ask you this, and forgive my ignorance, just because of the fact that obviously, of course, when I get my car done, you don't think about things like, what are they using for this and this? But when it comes to actually washing a vehicle or doing some kind of a lube service, like in this case, are there certain chemical or non-chemical do you know what I mean? Like the actual bottle substances that you use, are they also eco-friendly when it comes to the substances you wash the vehicles with, et cetera?
Yeah, we purchase our wash material, detergent and chemicals, so on and so forth, from another company, very reputable company. I don't know if I can mention their name on the radio show, but
okay. Well, don't if you can't, that's fine.
Yeah, but they're very reputable in California. They're very professional, and they provide us with basically we have established a relationship with them, so they provide us with eco-friendly chemicals and detergent. The oil that we use the oil that we use is nothing. We don't use cheap brand. We use Mobil 1. We use Pennzoil. Basically, these are the premium oils that you can find on the market. And we just make sure that all of our even filters that we use, they're all premium grade. So we just want to ensure that the material that we use, we're not, nickeling and diming our customers.
No.
They're all very
Sounds
safe.
like definitely not. Very, very nice, actually. Now, I was also curious. I noticed that the location of your business is in Hackensack, New Jersey. Now, my question is, do you typically serve the New Jersey area, or are you currently servicing both? Because to those of you that don't know, obviously, sometimes depending on what part of New Jersey you're in, you're relatively close to New York City, so it's not inconceivable to service both. But for right now, I'm just curious if your business is centralized in the New Jersey area or what's happening in terms of location.
Yeah, since we're just starting out, we are focusing on northern New Jersey right now.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the northern New Jersey area, it's
I am somewhat, but not too much. So I'm like, why did he pick Hackensack exactly? That was going to be my next question, which is, was there a significant reason that it's Hackensack versus, let's say, Trenton, New Jersey? Because I've been there, and that's quite a nice area. Or some of the other places, some of the higher end sort of places to start. So was there a significance to Hackensack, or no?
Well, Hackensack is just where our warehouse is because we're mobile. We go to people's houses. So, but we picked northern New Jersey is because of the demographics. First of all, people live there. I grew up there, so we are. We live I grew up in Bergen County of northern New Jersey. Yeah, so people's lifestyle is pretty busy. A lot of them they work in New York City. People are busy, and we think that, and they're pretty densely populated. So we think that this will be the perfect location where we can launch.
Gotcha.
But this is not. Yeah, but we are also in talks with a couple of companies within New York City, partnering with them so we can maintain their vehicle for them. So. Our goal is not only to stop at New Jersey because we have this app, we have this platform that we're building and maturing, so we can literally expand to any other place. I'm not saying relatively quickly, but our goal, as I mentioned, is to expand, not only in the region throughout New Jersey, but later on, because we're close to Philadelphia, we're close to Boston, these suburbs around these cities are all our target areas.
And the reason I'm asking this is the second thing. And most of the people that listen in that are New Yorkers will find this amusing because I know this to be true. Because the number one reason why I'm moving from the state of Wisconsin, where I am, to New York City is because I'm like, oh, my God, I don't need a vehicle. Because let me just tell you, folks, and I'm sure you've been to New York City, it's nuts. Okay, taxi cab drivers will run you over. People will literally drive through you. And so that's why I was a little concerned. I'm like, please tell me he's not going to be in New York constantly because it's like, hell, I beg people not to have to drive there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know there's a bunch of cars there, but I'm like, for your business, oh, my gosh, maybe New Jersey was the right way to go because it's like, oh, my God, I don't want to deal with that drama. That's for sure. Folks, just make sure you don't drive in New York City.
And not only are we dealing with we're not only targeting consumers or residential area, but we also are targeting, commercial fleet. Because commercial fleet during the day, if you're a general contractor, if you have a fleet of service vans that you operate, instead of during the day dropping off the van to a certain car service shop, we can we can come to you and, before or after your business hours, you just click through the app and we will come to you. It will save you billable hours. You can go out there and continue to earn revenue and just leave the maintenance to us. And, It's
cool.
We are also the preferred provider for Lease Plan USA, where Lease Plan USA is just like Enterprise. They lease cars, they lease vans to businesses, so we can provide service readily for Lease Plan USA's drivers, basically.
So that works out nicely for you too. That's awesome. Now, I want to reiterate this because we were starting to talk about that before. So, you had mentioned, obviously, and to the listening audience, you need to understand this. All of this is orchestrated from an actual cell phone. So here's my question to you in regards to this. And I'm not going to lie, true story, folks. It wasn't until about a month and a half ago when I was out of town that I actually utilized Uber for the first time. Well, me, dumbass that I am, I didn't realize, you have to download an app, first of all, onto your phone. Because I'm like, well, just whatever Uber means, right? So now you have to download this application that goes on here. And so there are some folks out there that say in today's technology, even though it's so advanced and now we can do everything by way of an application and such, some people might question you and say to you, but this is so complicated and I have to download an app and I have to do this and this. So explain to the folks a little bit how using or downloading an application for services might be faster and easier for them. Because to those of us like me that are tech stupid, I'm like, oh my God, I'd be afraid to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, first of all, it does take a little bit of setup time, but it's literally 3 minutes. Even if you're not familiar with smartphone apps, simply go to Android Play Store or Google App Store. We are available on both Android and Apple platforms. So just download it. It's free. We won't charge you anything, promise. And when you first download it, it's going to take you through, it's going to basically ask you to type in a username and then a password, all created by, on your own. It's going to ask you for invitation code. If you have one, sure. If you don't have one, don't worry. Invitation code is basically if another person told you, hey, use my invitation code, but I won't go there. So anyway, just type in, create a password, create a username, and then voila, you're in. After you go into the app, you can go directly to reservation and then click the plus sign on the right, and you will see all our services will show up, and just pick the service that you want and then pick the date that you want. And it's going to ask you to register vehicles. You can register multiple vehicles. So let's say if you have 3 cars in your house, you can register 3 cars. Just using your license plate. We're not asking you for any other thing, confidential stuff. But you can register multiple cars. So, you can say, I want my Ford to get a car wash today. And just click on car wash, click on Ford, click on the calendar, the time, and say tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. And and make a reservation around the bottom. It's basically 1, 2, 3. Once you register and go into the app, you'll see everything is very streamlined. I have to say it's very easy to use. Once you spend 3 minutes to set up in the beginning, later on when you log into the smartphone app, it's literally a 15-second thing. You go in and you pick, reserve.
I understand. Unless you're stupid like me, in which case you have to do it over and over and over and over and over again. Because some of us don't get the tech-savvy thing.
Yeah, if you don't have a smartphone app, and we understand that there are people that do not have a smartphone app, you can go to our website, and on the website, there's an email. It's called info@egobie.com. And just send us an email. Tell us when, tell us where, and we'll communicate with you, and we'll head out there. It's the same thing. It's just more manual.
Oh, okay.
There's
so it works for either one.
Yeah, there's also an 888 number that's toll-free. You can call, and, we'll answer your call. Feel free to leave us a message or talk to the representative on the phone, and we'll book for you, on the phone. That's no problem as well. So email, phone, or app. Of course, we want people to use the app, but, we have 3 ways for you to reserve.
Got it. Now, just so that I understood you correctly, and if I heard you right, so once a person registers for the first time off the app, so every time they return, there's no need to put in their information again. It's just zip, zip, zip. It's automatically stored and saved for future reference again and again. So it's just a one-time deal.
Yep. Yep, and
Okay,
all
got
of
it.
and a good thing about the app is that all your service history is all stored in the app. You can go to My
nice.
Service on the menu, and you can see your history. So I don't know. I think that's a very convenient way for you to manage the services.
Oh, I agree, definitely. And folks, in case you didn't hear him the first time, it's just the 4 easy steps, which is once the application is downloaded and you put your information in, you set your reservation, of course, then Egobie will come directly to you with all of their equipment, work on the vehicle, and then, of course, upon service completion, that's when payment is due. So like with Uber, for instance, they automatically have my credit card information, so they take it once they leave. Does it kind of work the same way in terms of payment for you? Is that the same situation?
Okay. Right now we do ask you to put in your credit card information, and everything is secure, so there's no worry about that. But we are currently building in multiple options, so you can use credit card, you can use PayPal, or you can say, you know what, I'm going to pay on site. I'm going to give you my payment on site. So we don't need to take your payment information.
Got it. Okay. I see what you're talking
again,
about. Gotcha.
Convenience. We just want to give people more options.
I understand. And, of course, I noticed that at one time, and I'm assuming is this an ongoing thing, at one time I'd noticed that there was a Groupon offer in relative to your company. Now, will you do those on an ongoing basis, or is that just ongoing, meaning the Groupon thing?
Yeah, that's still ongoing, and we have multiple campaigns planned out, so we'll keep on rolling those out, just so that people, it creates awareness.
Oh, no, I understand completely. Now, on the flip side of the fence, because I want to talk a little bit about you as a person, of course, because we've obviously talked about your business. One of the things that I think is really, really cool, you have to talk about this. This is awesome, and I don't know if this helped you to develop your business, but I didn't know you used to work for the Department of Defense. How kick-ass is that? I'm like, wow, you're important. You used to work for the government? Wow. What was that like?
Well, that was...
Really?
It's still pretty good. Well, the highlight was that as I mentioned, I studied process. So back in 2010, 2011, I volunteered as a U.S. Army civilian to deploy to Kuwait and Iraq and Afghanistan and my job was actually to design processes so that it will help us. During that time, 2010, 2011, it was at the height of our drawdown from Iraq. So my main mission there was to design a process so that the equipment drawdown can happen smoothly, because it's easier, I'm not saying it's easy, it's easier to transport the troops out of the country, but we have a lot of heavy equipment in, and weaponry inside Iraq, and how to get them out was a big problem. So one of my main tasks is to design the process on how to get stuff out. So that was that was pretty cool, and that we're all learning more and more about ourselves every day. I'm still learning that, but during that time, it's basically the time that I learned, my capacity for, how big of a scale of operation can I help to manage. And that's the time when I found out, and that's the time when I gained the confidence. And later on, when I said, hey, why not start a business, I said to myself, probably with some mercy from above, that I may be able to help to establish a company. So, yep. Oh,
no, I understand completely. I do. Now, you live in the Pompton Lakes area in New Jersey, so I was just curious because, again, I'm kind of faulty when it comes to New Jersey. Does that make you in close proximity of your business? And I'm assuming you did that coincidentally on purpose because, of course, you run the operation. Or, for that matter, are you even on-site, and are you more on the hands-on, this is my business, and I send out my crew? I was curious about that, if you actually work on them yourself or if this is just something you're going to keep contracting out.
Well, we have our own crew. I do live within, 30 minutes of my warehouse, but we have our own crew. I don't go out there and work on the cars, although, I did perform oil change and some basic maintenance on my own car because I love cars. I did wash my own car before. Before I got married and had a child, I used to wash my own car.
Okay, gotcha.
I had time to kill. So,
what the heck?
But now we now have our own crew. We're not contracting this out. We have our own employee going out there, and the reason why we have it is because we want to control the quality of service. We want to learn through the process so that we can mature as a company. And I occasionally go out there for a surprise visit, talk to the client, talk to my worker, but I'm all buddy with my workers. We are like, we're like a team instead of, hey, boss. We are
awesome.
We're a team. Yeah. I don't believe in hierarchy.
Important.
I don't know. I don't like it.
And that is that actually is one of the fundamental things that I find in more successful businesses, where it's a hand-in-hand partnership versus here I am, I'm the big boss, and you're the secondary, that sort of thing. So I have a huge appreciation for people that view other people on that exact same level. So kudos to you on that one. Just so you folks know, obviously he's also a very educated man. He has studied both at Rutgers as well as Stevens Institute, which is obviously where you get your engineering background, which I see. So I'm curious because, of course, you are from another country. Of course, you're native to the Taiwan land. So my question to you is it extremely common in your native country to be app company friendly, meaning that this innovation that you have, would that be commonplace for a place like Taiwan? Because you're very technologically advanced and extremely intelligent in the regard of development and things of that nature there. So would this be more commonplace in your own home, meaning back in Taiwan, that is?
Well, to be honest, I came to the States when I was in elementary school. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, when I was 11 years old. And, I do go back to Taiwan to visit my grandma because she brought me up. So I have limited knowledge, but I know as far as apps, smartphones, all these, media and even social media, it's very prevalent in Taiwan. It's people are very, very literate to new technology and to new social media. So
right.
Yeah, most people in Taiwan, I have to say, whenever I go back, they all have a cell phone in their hand. So the smartphone.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, and I know.
And you know what else?
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, you know what else? And I'm sure you notice this. If you go to the city at all, do you go into the city, like New York City? Okay, this just kills me. And I'm sure this is everywhere. I have to tell you, I don't know who invented that damn selfie stick, but I'm kind of over it. I'm like, literally, we have the technology where you can be photographing yourself and 17 others while they're standing next to you. They're in the middle of Times Square, and they're like, I have to take a picture of the backside of this person. It drives me crazy. I'm like, if you're going to invent something, don't. It's like shameless self-promotion, Kim Kardashian, every 5 seconds. Ugh, it drives me nuts. So you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, it's just, oh my God.
Well, to admit it, I have one too.
Oh, shocker, isn't it? It's like everybody does. I'm like, do you own a cell phone? Well, there's your damn selfie stick, kids. I mean, seriously. I mean, that is literally a selfie stick. Really?
I don't use it that often, though. I try not to take it out. I try not to take it out. That's just, my mom. Yeah, my mom gave it to me. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. I got you. So
it was a gift. It was a gift from Mom.
Yeah, so it was a gift. Yeah, it was from my mom, and she said, "Hey, look at this. This is so good. We can take a picture together."
Well, you have a child. You have a small child now, so I guess you can get away with that because you're like, I have a 2-year-old, so I have a 2-year-old, so I can take lots of selfies of that person, not me. But I get it. I totally understand. I do. So that I get an understanding of this, and to the listeners, merging forward, let's say, how soon do you think it'll be before you'll be adding some more of those extensive services, meaning beyond the car wash or beyond some of the simple lube things, meaning more extensive services? How long do you think it'll be before you kind of transition into that next stage?
Yeah, we're looking to transition, within the next 6 months to a year. Okay. Of course, we are currently, that depends on, whether we can find investors that believe in our vision. We are currently in the process of looking for investors, that can see not only the business but also see me and my team, because the people aspect is what make or break a business. If you have good people, you can make a bad concept work. If you have bad people, you can make a really good concept fail. So, we're looking for, investors that can believe in our team and our concept as well. So, once we have that funding, hopefully we can move relatively quickly. Yep.
I gotcha. Okay, and just so I can clarify once again so that people know that, as we mentioned before, if you don't have the application, they can also go on the website or they can also call the 888 number. Either way, services are all the same no matter what way you utilize, correct?
Right. The website is www.egobie.com, egobie.com, and it's our business name. So, you can find information, testimonials. You can find all the information and even our vision statement on the website. So, go there, check us out.
I gotcha. All right, wonderful. Now, before I forget, I want to also mention that you have the Facebook page, which is, again, the same spelling. Egobie is Egobie. You also, as you mentioned, the website. The application can be found on either Google Play or the application store. You also have a Twitter handle, too, which is @Egobie Services. Now, my last question for you is really important, which is this. You have a little Bambino at home, so by the time that that little one grows up, are they going to take over the family business because you're going to have Egobie like nationwide, like 50 states and beyond?
Well, I have to see if he's got a knack for it.
Aw, well,
I don't know. Maybe he'll become an artist. I don't know. Maybe he'll become an artist. I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
It's a little early yet, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And just before I forget to clarify, I assume that you're an operation that works 7 days a week, or is it just Monday through Friday? I just want to clarify on that.
No, 7 days a week.
It is 7 days a week, so they can get this done on a Sunday afternoon if they want to. Do you set specified hours? Because I'm not sure if you have a working crew 24/7 or how hard that is to maintain.
We don't work 24 hours a day.
Okay.
We have a specified hour. Right now, our calendar is open from 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. So
okay, gotcha. So that's a nice wide range for people working during the day or working second shift, whatever have you. Okay.
Absolutely.
So it works out nicely. Wonderful. And then do you do holidays? You're off on holidays.
We are still working on holidays.
You're killing me, Jeff. Come on now. People got families. Holidays too, really? Oh, goodness. Well, somebody's got to get a car fixed apparently, and maybe if they're off on a holiday, they can get it done. I understand completely. I do, definitely.
Yeah, but trust me, we want to treat our employee the right way, so we'll take care of them.
And I have no doubt whatsoever. Definitely, without a doubt, certainly. Well, Jeff, I appreciate you coming on and doing this. I wish that I could say that when I come to New York City, that I would gladly have you service my car, except we all know that I hate driving a car more than life itself, period, in New York City. So I'll probably never get to use Egobie unless I marry someone who has a vehicle, in which case I would absolutely love to, but I'd be more than happy to, as we now have done, tout to 58,000 listeners about Egobie, so hopefully that will help. I want to let you know that when this show, you're quite welcome. In the next couple of hours, this show is going to become archived. So what will happen is that people can go back and listen all year round to this. I will send a link over which will have the actual audio interview so people can go back and listen. I have also posted up all your information on all the social mediums so everybody gets a chance to see that, obviously. And I certainly want to leave this open invitation to you. If you want to come back and talk about the company 6 months from now, look for investors, come back a year from now and tell me how much you're booming and now you're in 50 states. Oh, wait, I'm a little ahead of myself. You could do that, too. I just certainly would love to have you back on an open platform. And certainly if I'm out and about bumming around New Jersey, I'll come and stop by and say, hey, I want to check out the warehouse and see how things are. I would absolutely love that. And I'm very, 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 definitely. I'm just very excited for you. And anything that I can do to help you, know that you can come back anytime and you're more than welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for
not a problem at all, Jeff.
Yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Well, thank you very much. Good luck to you, and I'll be in touch in the near future.
Thanks for your time, and thanks to all
anytime,
the listeners.
Dear. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Talk about wonderful, wasn't he? He's just the cutest little thing, and I kid you not, folks. When you go on there and you take a look on the Facebook page or you take a look at and doing some research, Jeff is just the cutest. And I hate to say little thing because he's a grown man, but he might be a little person, but he has absolutely large imagination, large sense of creativity, and of course, obviously, a large level of education as it relates to engineering and constructing such a finely tuned business. So kudos to him and congratulations on the Egobie concept. I do hope it works very well. Just to reiterate to everybody, Egobie can be utilized by either Google Play or the application store. Again, you just download the application. Once it's on the phone within 3 to 4 minutes, you go ahead and make your reservation. And typically, as you heard, they work 7 days a week, and it's a nice enough window, 13 hours a day, where you'd be able to get your car serviced. They come directly to you. Payment's already taken out upon completion of service. Boom, 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 all said and done, and then you're already in the memory for next time. Definitely an exciting and new concept, and I love the fact that these applications are making our life a lot easier. And as I said, Jeff, I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I don't want to forget to reiterate to go through all of these things once again. The website itself is Egobie, and it's spelled EGOBIE.com. Again, the application on Google Play or the application store. They have a Facebook page, same name, EGOBIE. And the Twitter handle is at Egobie Services, and you can go ahead and look them up and keep track of that. Oftentimes they'll go on one form of social media and keep you updated. Do not want to forget to thank my dear friend, and I do mean dear in the nicest sense, Dana Humphrey from Whitegate PR. I always know that when people from Bridget or Dana's camp send me any of their clients, I know they will be top-notch, top-educated, and fundamentally just wonderfully spirited human beings. So Dana, once again, you did not disappoint. Thank you so much for sending him to me, sending all of your clients to me. You're just a gem, and you know that I love you awful. So thanks again for all of your hard work, and if anybody's looking for a PR person, and specifically in the area of pets, that's Dana's specialty. Dana Humphrey is her name. Whitegate PR can be found on Facebook, obviously along with regular general search. And forgive me, Dana, that I don't remember your website right offhand. Don't want to forget to mention tomorrow's interview, Irene Weinberg, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. Irene wrote a book by the name of They Serve Bagels. Is it They Serve Bagels? Yes, They Serve Bagels. Sorry, don't listen to me because I can't read it. They Serve Bagels in Heaven is the name of the There's a gentleman by the name of Saul, and very unexpectedly there was a tragic accident in which he passed. And so basically, this particular book, They Serve Bagels in Heaven, is literally her spiritual journey. It talks about her literal transformation from being very non-spiritual into a very spiritual being, talking about her journey and such, and I have no doubt whatsoever, I'm getting goosebumps already. This will be an extremely, extremely motivational interview. I want to say thanks so much to Valerie with Social Minded Media Group for organizing that and approaching me about the idea. Again, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then again, Friday, Jamie Natalia is going to be on the show at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. She is not only the CEO of the Blue Eyed Pictures Group, she's also a producer, she's an author, she's a honorary ambassador for the Clinton Foundation, and oh so much more. So 11 o'clock Central Standard Time on Friday. I want to say thanks so much to everybody in the listening audience, fans, followers, the whole nine yards. Thanks so much for all of your support this week. I know that I had a rough time of it the other day, so thanks so much to everybody who takes 5 minutes or 15 seconds to say, hey, you are appreciated more than I can tell you. So I am off to crappy traffic court in the next hour so I can go off and fight another crappy ticket that I got. I hope you enjoy your very dreary, rainy evening, and I look forward to talking to you on the air tomorrow.
What you doing?
Ran out of space on my phone, so I'm deleting some stuff. By singing dog. By goal.
I pronounce you.
By wedding ceremony.
Stop. At Metro PCS, you get 2 free phones with twice as much memory.
Really?
Don't say bye to your memories. Switch to Metro PCS and get 2 free LG K20 Plus phones with 32 gigs when you switch 2 lines. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figured out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
What you doing?
Ran out of space on my phone, so I'm deleting some stuff. By singing dog. By goal.
I pronounce you.
Bye, wedding ceremony.
Stop. At Metro PCS, you get 2 free phones with twice as much memory.
Really?
Don't say bye to your memories. Switch to Metro PCS and get 2 free LG K20 Plus phones with 32 gigs when you switch 2 lines. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figure it out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.